I love me my cowboy hat, and I love me my hoop earrings, and I love me my lip gloss. Like, these things are so like whatever, but they make me so happy. And I love your questions. Your questions make me just as happy. It's so awesome. So this one, from a man, I'm assuming, he says, what if she's out of my league? And my first response is, according to who? Like, how so? Tell me more. Like, if your point of view, like, you know, your point of view creates your reality, right? If you look this way, she's out of your league. But what if you looked this way, right? Says who? Are you living on other people's opinions or society's beliefs or whatever? So the first thing I would say is question where in the world that conversation came from in the first place. And if there's a limiting belief in there, can we please flush it down the toilet so we could really look with fresh eyes of what it is you're talking about? I don't think we're looking for status here. I think we're looking for love, right? So that's the first one. Number two, what are you really saying when you're saying she's out of my league? Are you saying that there's a disparity between your values or your lifestyle or your age or something that in general might be more challenging to find communion and union and connection with? But what are you really saying? Is this strictly a limiting belief where you're going to kill yourself off before you even begin, or destroy your chances before you even begin as a safe way of never having to risk, just making the excuse? Or is there something really authentic and real that you really want to look at here and discover a way that you could bridge that gap or close that void so that the true love and attraction and contribution you want to make to her can be known? So let's really have a deeper look of what's really going on here. And then number three, I would ask you, like, what is it that you're really after in a relationship? What is it that you truly desire in experiencing? Because if you're starting from empty, thinking someone at a higher status, if they like me, then I'll be enough, well, you're screwed before you begin. It's never going to happen because you're half empty to start with, and you're going to attract somebody half empty, and that's never going to work out. It's a recipe for disaster. So what is it that you really desire in a relationship? Start to think more of the essence of the way you want to contribute to her, and the way you want her to contribute to you. Like, what do you want to give? What do you want to receive? Talk about your sexuality. Talk about the lifestyle you choose to create. Talk about how you want to fuel her and how you want her to fuel you, like bigger, better, grander than you would be on your own. Start thinking about those qualities that you are actually desiring to have in a relationship. And then maybe, for all you know, you already know her. Maybe she's just right there in front of you, but you've never seen her because you might have been hooked up with what society thinks you need to accomplish in order to be like good enough or a cool dude or the man. So please do a lot of these deep inner questionings before you conclude that you're less than anyone. I really don't believe anybody's better than. They're just different. And there is a person that is such a unique complement to who you are that will fuel your soul's evolution and be fun and joyful and hot and turn you on. Like, that's so possible. So if you don't believe that's possible, let's start there. Let's clear everything out in the way of you really knowing that that kind of relationship is possible. There aren't a lot of examples out there, I will admit. And if you are watching the news, you're going to find a lot more about drama and people, how they break up. So start shifting your focus to looking for relationships that do work, relationships that do inspire you, relationships that do make the world a better place. And then say, I'm having that. That's for me. And then start asking, so what's that going to take? And if I can support you in any way, I have so many different products and books and ebooks and videos and all those kind of things. And I'm also amazing at what I do. I have an incredible gift as a healer just to zone in and clear away and go right to the core. Get your biggest bang for your buck, your biggest return on your investment. So consider a strategy session with me. allanapratt.com/strategy. I promise your life will never be the same. And I think and I feel and I sense on a deep level, you really have a lot of love to give. And the prospect of you not being able to give it would be painful to your heart and your soul. So let's clear away everything in the way so that you can be fully you in your humble, grand, badass self and have a relationship where you can pour your love into it and she can shower you with hers. All my love.